Are we recording all this?
Yeah.
Oh, what are we talking about? What is this YouTube thing? We're at William Mary's homecoming. It's like really so awesome, but also really weird at the same time. I think what's cool about being at homecoming is realizing that's like where you start, and that anything that you do after college would be a new beginning. It's kind of like you're almost a baby in the adult world.
I'm like, feel like maybe a 2-year-old in the adult world and like just having tantrums and stuff. I'm like, I don't understand how any of this works.
I'm like, Mom. Like I literally immediately get this like panicky feeling in my heart, starts beating really fast. And I'm like, don't start judging me for what I'm about to tell you. I think when you're little, you think of being in college and then the life after as being one streamless line.
Mm-hmm.
And what college doesn't prepare you for is who cares about your education sometimes when you finish college. It's really like as quickly as you can gain that practical experience, I think. Kind of in my experience.
It's interesting because like for me, like high school and then college were very much like definite goals that I was like moving towards. And then it was a scary thing because I'm like, what comes after? With college, like I didn't have a job lined up right afterward. Mm-hmm. And I was like going to move back in with my parents, and I was like, there was no like definite after, and it was much more scary. And that's kind of really what like post-college and kind of adulthood really is you don't have the definite goals anymore. I think one of the problems we have feeling like everyone is supposed to be on the same timeline, like it felt when we were in high school definitely, and then a bit in college too, but with like people getting engaged and people getting married, people having kids, people getting various masters and doctorate degrees,
buying a house.
They're all these sort of like adult goals. They're not as easy to come by, and they like rely on other people, and so it becomes more convoluted and harder, and you can't like base your life or worth on being able to reach those goals anymore, or like when you reach them. That's not a good way to live, and I think that you can kind of learn that sometimes relatively quickly. Other times it takes the hard way of being like super depressed, like why are all my friends getting engaged and having babies? And
I think what I noticed is that like I don't think I'm ever going to completely learn to stop comparing myself as long as social media exists. Mm-hmm. Because as soon as I see a friend or even an acquaintance that like I haven't like seen or looked at photos or heard about, like, you know, I feel like their engagement pops up almost immediately and you're like, what? I think it's a constant being of like, it's okay. What have I achieved in my life? And I think what's hard is the same thing that you're saying is like, I was very high achieving in high school, super like motivated, and felt like I had I'm very goal oriented, and it's been hard in the fact that my like life since college has been certain points I'm like getting ahead, and then in like other ways I feel like I'm falling behind. I think it's also good as like a motivation, not settling for anything. Mm-hmm. I think being a very high achiever on my life, it's been weird to be in places where like I know I haven't achieved what I've been wanting to achieve, but what's hard for me is I don't know what I want to achieve. I think it's good to keep challenging yourself, but then realizing like it's not a bad thing to have to start over or go back to square one and refocus.
And honestly, it's not even like really truly starting over, because you're not starting from like absolute scratch. You're starting from a place like you may like kind of go back to a starting point. But you're still starting with like all the knowledge and things that you learned and had to grapple with whatever set you back or has made you kind of have to start over. And that I think is really important. Like having all that information, it makes you make better decisions or different decisions in the future. Will lead you on different paths.
It's not like you're reborn as a baby. Like, that's really starting over.
I guess I kind of like to end with like lessons, but like what's the big takeaway?
And have like a list of three. And then 2.
1.
I think 1, starting here from college, is that you need to, patience I think is the biggest thing that I'm having to keep reminding myself. Learning to be patient with yourself and knowing that everything you're doing will lead to something, that you're like a goal, period. I'm having to learn like every day when I'm like, why am I not there yet? Mm-hmm. And everyone's like, oh, you're fine, you have plenty of time. And I'm like, but I want to be there.
I guess also like of like settling into yourself. I think it's very easy to leave college and not really know who you are, like think that you know who you are, but like really living on your own, getting a like job. It's definitely really important to kind of accept who you are, figure it out, and you're going to, and you have to accept who that is. I think it is also very easy to like start to realize who you are and be like, no, that's not me. And like deny that person.
So like kind of with, I think it kind of ties with patience and accepting who you are with those things, that the situation you're in now is not forever. That you can go through seasons of your life, you know, even 20 years from now, you could change careers. You have to learn from this experience and know it's for now. You go through peaks and you go through valleys, and you have to just like keep trudging through both of them. Hopefully trudging in the peaks is like not trudging, it's like skipping, like dancing through.
So patience, accepting who you are, and like powering through the peaks and valleys. Oh man, I'm so tired. This is not like my normal video energy level. I'm usually much more.
Do you feel a little delirious?
Yeah. Yay! Thank you for vlogging with me, for having a slightly delirious conversation in a hotel bathroom.
They're kind of the best kind of conversation, though, when you're delirious.
I don't think I actually told anyone. We didn't tell anyone who you were. So this is Alanna, my friend Alanna. We went to William & Mary together. She's been in some other videos before. I'll make sure there are some cards so you can see them. And I'm Kaitlyn. I didn't say that either. I hope that if you're on this channel, you know who I am. And if this is the first video you're watching, I'm very sorry.
I'm not.
Yeah, I hope this video made you smile. Maybe there are sort of some depressing topics in it, but we're being like
That's
positive,
uplifting.
thinking about the uplifting, thinking about the future. So hopefully it gave you some smiles, some hope. And I will see you guys next Thursday. Bye.